All right, so this is stage 2. Stage 2 starts with a 62-pound kettlebell on the ground and a pistol in your holster. At buzzer, you pick up the kettlebell and you run it around this thing, like this. And you drop it. Then you draw your pistol and you'll engage 3 of the knockdown targets and 1 round on the static target. You then put the pistol back on the table, reacquire the kettlebell, run it around, drop it, reacquire your pistol, 3 knockdown targets, 1 on the static. You do this repetitively until all these targets are neutralized and you have a 90-second par time. Time 36.18. Yep. Hey, that's kind of heavy. Speed, draw.
Should have used a 45. 2 world wars. Stopping power.
Yeah, 1 mag for 4 hits. The best. Oh. Wow, I actually did it.
All right, you're done. You can go clear.
Hey, Karl.
Hammer down. Holster.
So this is actually the, I was shooting my VZ5257 rifle to get ready for Red Oktober, and you're shooting an AK, which is really weird to get ready for October. But this is a pistol-only stage, so we're going to just keep this as a separate conversation. But I think today's the day where we could show the greatest disparity of technological force possible between 2 shooters. So you're going to ask, okay, I'm shooting a VZ5257 rifle, I should be shooting a CZ52 pistol, right? And your answer to that question should be no, because no one should ever shoot a CZ52 pistol. It's one of the worst military-issue pistols ever designed or generated by man. So what I did do is went with another Soviet-era pistol, which is actually far superior to the VZ52 or CZ52. I went with the standard T-33 Tokarev. There's really not a lot wrong with the Tokarev, except for those god-awful aftermarket safeties that people put in to import them to the United States. This being a Chinese one, that safety's quite a bit non-intrusive when you remove it at least a little tiny hole. So I'm back to the incredibly interesting Soviet method of safety being just sort of slightly cock the hammer. Don't know if that's a good idea, but that's how they did it. That inspired 2 different forms of doctrine. Some guys would carry the gun with not a round in the chamber and actually run the action before they were going to shoot, or they would trust that little half-cock safety. I went ahead and trusted it because I've tried it, it's okay. But when you draw the gun to be able to fire, you actually have to then cock the hammer before you're able to fire it. Interesting concept. Soviets really didn't care about their men that much, but the T-33 Tokarev is actually a good pistol, and the round, I think it's an interesting round. It's pretty hot and fast, but we saw it had a little bit of a hard time knocking down some of the steel.
The steel in general is slow falling on the plate rack for me. I noticed there was a bit of a delay between when I hit it and it went over.
They're kind of angled funny.
Lead buildup too. In
Yeah.
the plate racks that accumulates.
Oh, by the way, I was using highest quality Polish surplus ammunition given to me by a guy at DEF CON. So, hey, what else could you want out of this extremely high-speed Tokarev holster? Now, with that said, you, on the other hand, are a little bit on the more modern end. Oh, gee. What? There's glass and weird colors and something on the front. What's going on here?
Right. Well, as seen in our previous harder sell coverage, it's
Yes.
my KE17 Stealth Special because it fits in the SMM 3-gun Stealth Division box. Dual-pole Delta Point Pro. The KE arms carry compensator, carry magwell, flat carry trigger.
Yep.
Basically, to get as much advantage out of a Glock 17 that I can.
Okay. So in that regard, why would you want that instead of like a Tokarev T-33?
Well, what's your capacity?
7.
I got 21 round PMags today.
21 rounds to 7. Okay.
So I
yeah,
didn't
all right.
need to reload.
So you got 3 times the capacity in one magazine.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And for me, using the dot has always allowed me to make hits much more easily than with iron sights.
You literally have a heads-up display. You're flying a fighter jet, and I've essentially got a rock with a stick attached. All right? I mean, that's essentially the equivalent.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
You can still kill a guy with this thing. Obviously, lots of people did. But it's amazing to look at how much things have changed in, really, a relatively short duration of time.
Right.
I mean, less than 100 years. This thing is like flying a spaceship. How'd the stage go?
The stage went well for me. The interesting component of the stage I didn't think about till I was done was that I carried the kettlebell in my support hand for efficiency in reacquiring my gun when I got back to the table.
Right hand for you.
Right.
You're crippled.
And in the direction I went around the barrels,
Yeah.
the inertia of the kettlebell carried me, and I had to slow down more to come back around.
Plus, it's rocky on the ground. You could slip and fall.
Right. So if I had to do it again, I would go around the opposite way to keep the kettlebell towards the center and have physics work with me rather than against
So
me.
you literally wanted to use the gravity of the blue barrel to like launch you farther toward
Right,
Mars?
right.
All right, got it. It's kind of like Star Trek when they do this time travel stuff. So it would have cut off a couple seconds maybe?
I think it would have made it more efficient because any efficiency I gained in acquiring the pistol quicker when I got to the position was lost in having to slow down going around the barrel.
It's interesting because when you see the difference in way matches can be approached, right? One way to approach a match is to bring out a T-33 Tokarev with the safety removed and decide if you want to chamber it on the clock or cock the hammer. Another way to think about it is someone such as yourself, which frankly is a match-winning strategy, which is to bring the best gear and even think about the stage in a way that whether you run around the left side or the right side of the barrel could actually make a difference.
Right. It generally doesn't make a difference at this match.
Yes.
Just because there's a different focus here.
Yeah.
But I try to apply the same mindset to any event that I go to.
I think that makes a lot of sense. And I do the same, really, by using weird guns. One of the things we do with InRange is try to figure out, how do these things work or not work.
Right.
Which is why a T-33 is better than a CZ52. And I know there's going to be lots of hate in the discussion below about that. But if you like firing pins not breaking, that's one reason to use a T-33. Anything else to say about it, really?
No, it's a pretty straightforward stage. I think it's a simple stage that anybody could replicate this at their home range if they wanted to.
Sure
to experience a 2-gun action challenge match style of stage and had a good balance of physicality and accuracy.
A lot of things we want to do is we want to disrupt your sight picture and do things like adding a stupid human trick like carrying a 62-pound kettlebell. Makes you have to reacquire a sight picture, and it's a little bit fatiguing. One of the things here is it's 105-ish today, or going to be, so one of the things we kept is some of the distances short because we don't need depth today.
Well, interesting point. On the further array, when I engaged that after dropping kettlebell, I had a couple misses. As the the muscle tremors of that arm settled down and I settled into position on that engagement.
Which is one of the things we always try to do at 2-gun.
Right.
So guys, hopefully you like that. Stay tuned for more 2-gun action challenge match and weirdo pistols with kettlebells and other strange stuff on the channel. Thanks for watching.